Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS, FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been following the NFL lately, you've probably heard some whispers about a potential blockbuster move that could shake up the NFC South and give the Falcons a serious boost on their quest for another Super Bowl appearance. You see, the buzz is about Myles Garrett, the dominant edge rusher from the Cleveland Browns, possibly heading south to Atlanta. Yeah, you heard that right. Garrett, one of the most feared pass rushers in the league, might be traded to the Falcons in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 draft. It's the kind of move that could turn the entire division on its head, and fans here in Atlanta are already buzzing about what it could mean for our team's future. So, what's the scoop? Well, according to sources like Adam Schefter and other trusted NFL insiders, Cleveland is clearly looking to rebuild and prioritize their cap space for the future, especially after a tough start this season where they're sitting at 2-7. The Browns are allowing an average of 23.4 points per game and have given up a staggering 211 points in just 9 games. It's no secret that their defense needs some serious reinforcements, and Garrett, despite being a powerhouse on the field, has become a trade chip in their rebuild plans. The Browns, with about $15 million in cap space next year, are looking to shed some payroll and focus on developing young players, especially with a focus on building around their quarterback and other key pieces. Now, if you ask any Falcons fan, Myles Garrett is exactly the kind of player we need. The guy is a freak, an absolute colossus, who eats through offensive lines like they're nothing. He's been a force of nature in Cleveland, and his stats back that up. In 2025, Garrett has been nothing short of spectacular, racking up 24 solo tackles, 10 assists, and a total of 34 combined tackles. He's already accumulated 11 sacks, with 77 yards lost by opposing quarterbacks, and he's forced a fumble this season. His PFF grade hovers around an incredible 93.2, which is top tier for any edge rusher in the league. His pressure rate is at 25%, and he's been involved in 12 tackles for loss and 20 quarterback hits. When you look at his career, Garrett has amassed over 88. 5 sacks, 10 forced fumbles, and 5 interceptions, numbers that speak volumes about his disruptive ability. And here's the kicker. He's been remarkably durable, with 0 injuries so far this season, which is a huge plus for any team looking to add a game changer. Imagine Garrett lining up next to our other pass rushers, creating a nightmare for quarterbacks in the NFC South. We've seen what a dominant pass rush can do in this league, and Garrett's presence would elevate the Falcons' defense to a whole new level. Our secondary, already solid with A.J. Terrell, would benefit immensely from the extra pressure, forcing turnovers and creating more opportunities for our offense. With Garrett's ability to command double teams, he could open up lanes for other pass rushers like Buda Nwasu and Lorenzo Carter, who have been promising but need that elite presence to truly flourish. Don't forget, the Falcons have been somewhat inconsistent on defense this season, especially in the pass rush department. While players like Arnold Ebiketie have shown flashes, they're still developing, and the addition of Garrett could be the catalyst that transforms our entire front seven. With him, we could see a jump from a decent pass rush to one of the most feared units in the league. And let's be real, adding Garrett would send a message to the rest of the league that Atlanta is serious about contending. It would be a signal that we're not just building for the future, but we're ready to make a splash now. Of course, there are some skeptics in Cleveland. The Browns are sitting at 2-7, and their 33.6% on third down this season has been a problem. They're prioritizing their quarterback and trying to get younger, especially after allowing 211 points in 9 games. Garrett's trade value is sky-high, and Cleveland could see the first-round pick in 2026 as a way to accelerate their rebuild. Plus, with about $4.5 million in cap space next year, the Falcons could make the numbers work without too much trouble. But some fans are wondering if Cleveland might hold on to Garrett, especially since he's still playing at an elite level, and they might want to see how their new players develop. Now, let's talk about the impact this trade could have. If Atlanta manages to land Garrett, it would be a seismic shift, not just for the defense, but for the entire team's outlook. We'd see a duo of Garrett and Judon leading the charge, with projections indicating an increase of over 22 sacks combined. Opponents' quarterback rating would drop significantly, with a 26.4% reduction in points per game allowed, bringing it down to around 21 points per game. That's the kind of defensive dominance that can carry a team deep into the playoffs. Garrett's addition would also make our pass rush more versatile. His ability to generate pressure, pushing 25% of the time, would complement our existing players perfectly. His career stats show an average of 7 yards lost per sack, which indicates just how disruptive he is when he gets to the quarterback. And his presence on the field would force offenses to double-team him, freeing up other pass rushers and linebackers to make plays. This would not only increase our sack totals, but also improve our ability to generate turnovers. In fact, projections suggest that turnovers could increase by 12, which would give our defense more opportunities to flip the field. The potential improvements wouldn't stop there. Opponents' yards per carry would drop by about 4 yards, and we could see a 14% increase in EPA per run stop, meaning we'd be better at shutting down the run game. Our third down defense, the Achilles heel sometimes, would also see a dramatic improvement, with opponents converting just 34% of third downs instead of 39.1%. That kind of efficiency boost makes a huge difference in close games, which Atlanta has been fighting in all season long. And offensively, the Falcons would benefit, as they'd get more possessions with Garrett terrorizing quarterbacks, leading to a more balanced attack. Speaking of offensive balance, the Falcons have been leaning heavily on Bijan Robinson, who's been fantastic this season. His yards per carry are up 15%, and he's been a key piece in managing game tempo. With a more aggressive defense, opponents might get more desperate and make mistakes, giving the offense even more scoring opportunities. Plus, the red zone efficiency could see a boost. Garrett's ability to pressure in critical moments would make it tough for opponents to settle for field goals, leading to a big drop in opponent TD percentage from 60% to around 48%. That's a game changer in close contests. Now let's talk about the playoff picture. The Falcons' Super Bowl odds have been inching up all season, but a move like this could send them soaring. Currently, the odds are around plus 8,000, but with Garrett in the fold, some betting sites are already shifting the odds to plus 3,500. That's a massive jump, and it reflects the belief that Atlanta could become a real contender with an elite pass rusher leading the charge. Remember, Bosa's impact with the 49 ers in 2023 shifted their odds from plus 600 to even higher, and Garrett's elite talent could do the same for Atlanta, especially in the trenches where the game is won and lost. Of course, not everyone in Cleveland is sold on trading Garrett. There's skepticism about letting go of a player of his caliber, especially since he's still playing at an all-pro level in 2025. But the Browns' focus on youth and cap management makes this deal more plausible. For Atlanta, it's a no-brainer. We're already in a competitive window, and adding Garrett could be the final piece to push us over the top. Looking ahead, a Garrett trade would also send a message across the NFL that the Falcons are serious about winning now. It would help solidify our defense as one of the league's best and give our team a clear identity, one built around relentless pressure and aggressive play. With Garrett, Judon, and our existing core, we'd form a formidable front that can dominate against any team, whether it's in the NFC South or the playoffs. So, Falcons fans, imagine the possibilities. A defense led by Garrett with the ability to pressure quarterbacks at an elite level, complemented by our talented secondary and young linebackers, could transform our entire team. It's not just about stopping opponents. It's about establishing dominance and sending a message that Atlanta is back in the big game. That kind of talent infusion could be what propels us into the postseason with a real shot at finally breaking through and making a deep run. The NFC South is wide open, and with a move like this, we could be the ones to take control and set the stage for a memorable playoff push. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. Do you think this trade will happen? Are you excited about the potential impact Garrett could have on our team? Let us know your predictions and stay tuned because I'll be back soon with more updates on this story and everything else surrounding the Falcons. We're in an exciting era and the best is yet to come. Stay passionate, stay loud, and let's keep pushing toward another Super Bowl appearance. Go Falcons!